Hey guys. Yeah, so I'm a little bit miffed right now. My last more hiking video that I uploaded, I've just looked back at it. 6 tours on the moor, and there's some classical music, mostly by long dead composers, like Beethoven on there. Um, I looked up Carl Jenkins, he's still alive, but there's like there's a copyright rule. I have big problems with copyrights. And cut to the chase, all of that video appears to be blocked in 5 countries, luckily not Britain, on grounds of copyright. Now, I thought, if I use classical music in my vids, which, my dad's kind of raised me on classical music and old 60s rock and stuff. Classical music is done mostly by people a very, very long time ago. It's like the oldest of the old music, that's why it's the classics, I guess. And with my H.G. Wells reading, there's some copyright rules that say that you can read an audiobook. I don't know why there needs to be rules on this either, for reading a book aloud, but you can read an audiobook as long as it's passed out of copyright, like, is it 75 years ago? I think it's 75 years ago. Yeah, I think it's 75 years. Some people, I'm just looking at a forum on here, someone reckons it's like 100 years. I think it's less than that. A piece of work, like a novel, after that time, goes out of copyright and enters the public domain, and it's fair use for everyone to use. And so I thought similar things about kind of classical music, like it's made in the past, maybe it's because it's so long ago and it's a classic and everyone uses it, it would be a fair game to use in a video, in the same way that I like to use royalty-free music, which seems like the only thing I can use now, because some people are claiming ancient classical music in my videos now. So my last vid was blocked in 5 countries. Not the UK, luckily. Don't know why. Frigging United States of America is one of the countries that was blocked. You know, the freedom country. Canada, Germany, Austria and Switzerland, which are more kind of, they're in the EU, so it seemed more to me like it'd be expected that things like that would be blocked. And Germany likes to just block loads of things. I think there was tons of violent video games or something. Violent video games. That's such a misnomer anyway in itself, because a video game cannot be violent in nature in the same way as words cannot be violent. But you know what I mean, a gory video game depicting shooting and stuff. Germany used to censor shit like that quite a lot, so I think I used to play Unreal Tournament and Quake, and I think one of those two was not even released in Germany for a long time, something like that. It's very authoritarian. Fucking ridiculous. I think it came to a point when Germany did get to play that game, but I think a lot of people who played that game in Germany did it kind of secretively, sort of thing, because it was somehow blocked by the government for the longest time. It's so weird. It's like some sort of hangover from World War II or something. And yeah, I just thought, classical music, why not? I mean, if I can't do pop music and I can't do rock music and I can't do all these familiar pieces of music that I really identify with, that remind me of times of my life and I'd be self-expressing myself to use, if I can't use them, then hey, I'll use classical music. It's still quite good, isn't it? There are some good musical things about it. It's a little bit like orchestral film scores, which I also can't use. But no. Apparently that gets claimed because it's not about the author of the music or the composer or the creator of the music. It's about the audio recording of like a cover of a future orchestra playing the music that was created by this old dead guy. Like, it doesn't even consider the author. And I thought, like, by that logic, I could go to a concert of a famous band and get near the perfect audio area to record the music of the band or something, and then I would own that recording of that music if I upload it to YouTube. Is that how it works? Or would you have to do a cover? Like, you have to do a cover of the band playing and also own the recording. Is that how it works? It's just so bizarre to me. Anyway, so I'm going to use this moment, seeing as it's blocked in America. How ridiculous is that? I use this moment to advertise my Bitchute account, where my video is not blocked, and you can watch it there. My Bitchute account is... it should also be Destro7000. I'll just have a quick check for you, I'm pretty damn sure. Yes, I am Destro7000 on Bitchute. You can search for me there and subscribe to me there if anything happens to my channel here, which it might do. I mean, it's no secret that I'm like an anti-SJW, and YouTube staffers are pretty firmly SJW, so they accommodate all the different people like me. There's quite a lot of them who are on YouTube, but they do things to them like this quite often. I'm not worried about demonetization. I've never thought that was censorship, and I've never even monetized my videos, which should again help me upload with any music I like, surely, because there's no commercial purpose to it. So you can catch me on Bitchute. Bitchute is a fantastic site. Who's the head of Bitchute? I think he's called Ray Vahi. I might be getting this wrong. I think Dave Cullen, whose channel is Computing Forever, and the Dave Cullen Show, interviewed him, and he sounds like a really good dude. He's got a sharp mind for what's going on. Irish guy as well, and he runs Bitchute. Bitchute is great. I think it's decentralized. I'm not entirely sure on the specifics of the technology, but I think it uses like pieces of streams that are like spread between users or something. Basically, it makes it harder to take things down, apparently, because of the nature of the technology. And I think more social sites are moving towards this, like Minds.com, because the SJWs in the far left run the social networks, and they do horrible, authoritarian and censorious fucking things, banning people for disagreements of thought. Ridiculous. And so, always have a backup social media channel in one of these different free speech sites. Gab, Bitchute, Minds.com. There are a few others as well that I'm not. There's probably some that I'm not aware of, but I think you have to have a look at the terms and conditions, or you have to be familiar with how the operators of the site say they're running the site. That'll help a lot. Yeah, you want to go and watch that video and you're in America or something. I did just post a video of 6 tours that I walked up on the north end of Dartmoor around Oakhampton Camp. There's Scare A Tour, Tours End, Bellstone, Higher Tour, Oak Tour and Winter Tour, all in one video with my shaky cam and my, it's a very simple kind of I go hiking and I film it kind of a video, and the only kind of polished bit to it, I guess, is putting the classical music on, and you can hear that there, but you can't hear that here for some fucking reason. So go over there. Bitchute is great. Make your own account there if you're worried about getting banned on YouTube for saying really innocuous, innocent things, which is, yeah, I guess everyone should make an account, really. Yeah. What else? Well, I do have another YouTube account now. I have a second YouTube account for my business that I'm starting up, or at least part of my business that I'm starting up, or hoping to start up. It's called Larkfield, and I will also hopefully at some point make a Bitchute account to that. The good thing about the Bitchute account as well, if you have a YouTube account already and you're a creator, is you can set your Bitchute account to back up and copy your videos off of YouTube. So when you upload a video to YouTube, if you've done this setting in Bitchute, it will automatically take that video from YouTube because it recognises your channel and recognises your vids. It'll take your latest video off YouTube and it'll back it up playable on the Bitchute site, which is really great because while you've got both sites in tandem, you can just upload videos to one site and it'll appear on both sites, so that's fantastic. Until obviously your YouTube channel gets knocked over, which could happen at any time, really. Yeah, I don't think too highly about YouTube these days now. All the crap's been going on, all the stuff it does to its own users, it's kind of worrying. Anyway, my other site on YouTube at the moment is called Larkfield. I think it's, I'm not sure what the straight link to it is, but the best way to find that channel is to search Larkfield channel, Larkfield space channel on YouTube, and the one with the bird is my channel for my business. It's only going to show the art side of my business so far. My business is going to hopefully be a food and art business, if that even makes sense in your mind. It's going to have a physical presence if I can manage to do that. It's also going to have the internet element, which is like an art business. Basically, you can commission me to paint you things. And I have a Subscribe Star, I have a PayPal on there. If you outline to me something you'd like me to paint for you, you can go over there. Go and watch my intro, it'll tell you all about it. And yeah, I'll occasionally post time-lapse paintings and various things to do with art and the physical presence of it all. One final word on copyright stuff before I go back to watching my TISM podcast and a bit of harmful opinions later. I have issues with copyrights. To me, the concept of copywriting shouldn't be about protecting wealth gained from something like a creative thing you do. What copywriting should be, to me, is protection of your authorship. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, if you create a piece of art or something, the copyright is meant to say that nobody else can take that piece of art that you've done, upload it somewhere, or reproduce it, not reproduce it, but like have the actual piece of art and put it out there under their name, like say that they're the author, claim that they're the creator, the person who originally created it. That's all that copyright should be about. Should be like preserving the name tag on your artwork. It's complicated to think about, but the name tag of your art, like saying that you have created a piece of art, that you own it, that to me is what a copyright should be. That's what it should be about. And it's kind of horrible that I found out later in life copyrights are just being used to protect people's gaining of money from selling their art to people and the rights to use it wherever they want. And to me that stifles self-expression to the people who have enjoyed art. things I often like to bring up are like Star Wars and things, and Pepe the Frog, and things like that. Who owns Star Wars? I mean, George Lucas, he created it. Everyone knows he created it. Everyone knows that George Lucas is the creator of Star Wars. To me, that would be his copyright. But I don't think he owns Star Wars. I think the people who experienced Star Wars, that franchise that he created and released into the world, I think that's kind of owned by everyone that saw it, because everyone grew up with it. It's part of their self-expression, and I don't think people would be happy if somehow George Lucas went, right, you've had this thing out in the public for however many years it was, since 1977, I'm going to confiscate it all. Now nobody can enjoy Star Wars anymore. I'm taking it all back, like, I'm scooping up everything that I created to do with, like, Return of the Jedi, Empire Strikes Back, and original Star Wars. It's all being repealed and coming back into my home. None of it can be enjoyed by anyone. It's kind of like that. It's like, and like the creator of Pepe the Frog was appalled that it was being used by all sorts of people for all sorts of purposes, and he was like, no, I want to confiscate it from the public. So he's going around like suing random people who use Pepe the Frog. It's just absolutely hilarious to me to watch this guy try and control something that he's released out into the world, especially on the internet. You can't do that, I think. But you can at least broadcast to people that you were the original creator of this piece of art. That's what I think. So, yeah. I am just a bit pissed off, really, that I've uploaded a video, and I guess I'm mainly annoyed that people in the United States can't see it, because that's kind of a free speech territory. Kind of, it's like a place that's meant to be synonymous with freedom in a lot of ways, apparently, and somehow my video's been blocked from their eyes unless they go to Bitchute. So go to Bitchute. Go to Bitchute. Anyway, thanks for watching.